Hey, it's Zedmont. I am on Hot Soup's account just because he needed me to hit the operation for him. But I wanted to do something a little bit different. He's got a big boost and I've got rifles loaded, and I wanted to talk about a basic idea I've got. I've been trying to give back a little bit to my subscribers and people that have been commenting and helping me out along the way. So I figured it was time to do a contest. One of the things that I like to do, let's get rid of that. One of the things that I like to do is when I destroy a base, I like to do silly things. So I'm not going to do like a best smoke pitcher contest or anything silly like that. What I like to do is I will show you here, assuming that this base goes down, I will show you that is. So let's get rid of some mines. Didn't scout, so I don't know if there's a shock mine or something back there. This is a fairly big boost, so I should be able to take this down without a lot of difficulty. Rifles are so much fun. Let's get you going. Come on. Now let's get them running. I'm going to run them into here. Hopefully I don't hit any mines. I don't know if I checked. There's one right there. Let's get some healing powders going. So what I like to do, come on, don't fail me now, is I like to, let's drop this and this and this and some health packs. Come on, take the headquarters down. Did I fail this? Yes, no I didn't. So what I like to do is, as the headquarters explodes, I flare a random building. And I think there's 64 buildings on a headquarters level 22, so as you can see there, what I like to do is I wanted to guess which building will explode last. So what I'm going to say is, if you can share, if you're one of my subscribers, first of all, and you can share a video of you flaring a headquarters level 22 building as it explodes, and it's the last building. I've never actually done it. There's a 1 in 64 chance. I believe there are 64 buildings that you'll flare that are, and I mean, you can't just clear, like, there has to be the majority of the buildings still up. You have to basically flash kill the headquarters. But as you can see, I flared this cannon, and it was, oops, let's switch back. I switched that cannon, and it was the last building to explode was, keep going, was the mortar. So had I have flared the mortar, I would have got it, but I didn't. And this may be me. I've been doing this for probably a year. Every single time I have extra GBE, I flare a building, or the majority of the time. I've also sometimes flared their ice statues or something ridiculous. But a game that I tend to play is trying to flare the last building. There may be a pattern to this, and all along I've just been being stupid, but if you can do it, share it, and I'll throw you, what's it called? A pile of diamonds. Now, I may not be able to do it just because if you're in some country that I can't buy an iTunes gift card or an Apple gift card or whatever they're called, I'll do my best. But please, if you can do it, share a video. I want to see it. And it has to be headquarters level 22. Well, I'm not going to bother with that guy right now. Don't care about your boosted ice. I don't need to see you clearing the map with only one building left or something ridiculous. Let's try this. Sure, what the heck. This is probably going to be a fail. But we'll give it a shot. Rifles burning through shield generators is always a good time. There's 2 mines in there. I thought there was only 1. Run, rifles, run. A little bit of alliteration going on. So we're going to give this a shot. Hopefully there's nothing worse than when you don't have enough GBE left for a flare, because I tend to spam medkits like crazy, as many of you probably already know. So hopefully I have enough health left over, GBE left over for... Uh-oh, I just dropped an extra medkit on nothing, which was a little bit ridiculous. Let's drop another one. I'm gonna flare this boom cannon. Hope it's still up, it's still up, it's still up, it's still up! Ah, so close. So it doesn't have to be an offensive building, it can be a support building or a resource generation building or whatever they call them. But it has to be headquarters level 22. Let's see what it was that time. So let's see. I'm still going to do my Easter egg contest. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't want it to be lame. I just thought about this as this is just how I normally play. So let's have a look. I was going to do Imitation Game, but then I realized that Imitation Game's already done. So let's have a look and see what was last here. This time it was the rocket launcher, I believe. So it's got to be a video. I don't want to see a flare on the last building, because you could just flare it at the absolute last second. It's got to be a video. You can use Mobizen or whatever your recorder is. I don't care if it's got a watermark or if it's terrible. You have to be a subscriber, and it has to be a headquarters level 22. So I'll try and do something for the lower level players later on. If you're a lower level player and you manage to do it on whatever headquarters level you're on, share it. But if there's multiple people that share it, and when I find out this is dumb, then I'll move on to something else. But for now, this is the contest, and I'll leave it open for, like, say 4 days. I'll leave it open until Sunday the 4th at noon Eastern time, which is the same time that my stream went live yesterday for Imitation Game. So hit me up with if you manage to do it, send it, and if there's multiple people, I'll just draw out of a hat or something ridiculous like that. But you've got a 1 in 64 chance of doing it every time you hit, and that could be wrong as well. I went on the wiki and counted how many buildings there are, and I may have counted wrong, so let me know. Hopefully I haven't been wasting my time doing this flare. If I have, then that's sort of funny in itself, but just trying to do something a little bit different and do it in a way that it doesn't change how I play the game or my general principles or ideas or anything ridiculous like that. So a little bit silly, a little bit different. Let me know. Let's get critters in there and a shock in there. Did I flare the headquarters? Yes, I did. Now I'm going to flare the rocket launcher this time, and we'll see what happens. Nope, rocket launcher's gone. See, I don't want someone doing a second flare, a third flare. It has to be right as the headquarters goes down. It can't... Obviously, don't do it too early, because your troops will run away from it. So, let's see what was last in that one. It doesn't seem. It seems to be fairly random. So if someone knows how it works as to what explodes first, please let me know. But I mean, it wasn't. I don't know if it's based on when they were built or where they're placed, or I don't know. So very curious as to how it goes. Just a stupid little game that I like to play with myself. So I saw other people like to do smoke. Drawings or whatever it may be, but see, last time it was the rocket launcher, this time it wasn't the rocket launcher. Last time it was central-ish. This time it was the rocket launcher again? No. This time it was a boom cannon. So I don't know if it's something in this area. Let's try one more time and see if we can get something that has a building in that general area. This is going to be a tough one, probably. I didn't look and see how many ice he has. Does he have any ice? No, so never mind, I take that back. Mortars and rifles do not get along terribly well. Boom mines aren't such a big deal though. Let's go into here. And the fact that I got hit by that shock launcher, you'll see the rifles just stand there. I gotta flare them up to get them moving again. Talked about that in a previous video. You need to reflare if you get hit by a shock launcher or a shock blaster. This is going to be tight because I think my... There we go. I love to do the seesaw flare. Let's do the seesaw flare. Let's get in here. Critters. This is going to be a tight one, but I'm not sure if I'll even take it down. Not really moving, is it? There we go. There we go. So I'm going to flare this flamethrower here. Still up? No. Might be that it's... Nope, this time it was the sniper tower, I think. So that's it. I'm going to keep the video short. I just wanted to do a contest, try and do something a little bit different. Hopefully it works out. If not, then please, by all means, in the comment box, tell me I'm foolish. If you need help getting recording up, I know that Mobizen, I think that's how you pronounce it, for Android and for iOS, I believe, offers free recording. Be very careful about what you install. There are some sketchy programs out there, but it doesn't have to be live. It can. I don't need to see your live attacks. Or actually, Google Play Games, I believe, works on both platforms. So it doesn't have to be a live attack, just the replay. And it has to. That's it. I don't care if you're boosted or unboosted or. Obviously, you can't use Tank Medic or Skanks because I need the majority of your bases to be up, or the majority of the buildings to be up. You can't just clear the whole right side and then flare the one remaining flamethrower or something like that. So you're probably going to need to use warriors or Zookas or rifles. No CRZM or anything along those lines. So that's my contest. Hopefully it's not too restricting. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you pull it off, or if there's a way to figure out which building it's going to be, or anything whatsoever like that. Love to hear it. Hope your Friday is going well. I'm off to drink some beer. Have a fantastic weekend. Hopefully talk to you soon. Peace.